Satnam everyone, and welcome to class. We're up to the second last week of this journey on conscious striving. And as we've all experienced, to stay consistent and present is really what the challenge of life is. We have to allow the time and the space to actually allow integration, and time and space to allow it to step back and integrate what the processing of life is about for you. And that's a really important aspect in regards to conscious striving. And what that does, when you have the ability to sort of step back and allow some stillness and allow some self-care and allow some inner reflection, you're ensuring that you keep in the middle of this spectrum of conscious striving, because striving is such a strong energy and it can pull you very easily off center. And when you do get pulled into that striving energy and you lose the grounding and connection to being present and reflecting and that self-care, it takes a toll on you. And that's why this notion of conscious striving is really important to be able to find balance within your life. So what we're looking at around tonight is a really important aspect, more so of the striving energy, but it's still conscious striving. So what we're looking at tonight is the dreaming big, which you can easily see how that fits into striving. You know, you have your goals, you have your North Star, you have your ultimate desire that you want to achieve, and you can just keep pushing and pushing and pushing towards it. What Kundalini Yoga offers, it offers this opportunity to really feel that power and that intensity while being in the moment. And that's what dreaming big is really about, the ability to be present with yourself, present with your breath, present with the thoughts, all of the thoughts, even the ones we may not want to actually listen to, even the thoughts that are full of doubting that ability to dream big, even the thoughts that are associated with the self-sabotage, being present with all those thoughts, but still allowing that power that comes from the activation of your Kundalini energy to be the driving force towards your big dream. And that's another really important thing about conscious striving. When you start to work with the conscious striving energy, that big dream that you're moving towards has come from a place of being still with yourself, listening to yourself, understanding your soul's purpose and allowing that to take shape and form. And if that's what's driving your big dream, the big dream will unfold. It may unfold in ways that doesn't make sense to you, but it means that the universe has got your back because it's what you're being sent here to do. Put it simply, when the dreaming big is driven by an ego mind that is more attached to its identity and more attached to the thought processes, because remember, the ego is important, it does have its role, but when the ego mind drives the big picture without it having that anchor in its soul's purpose, that's when the striving becomes exhausting, because it's not consciousness, it's the thought patterns, it's your conditioning, it's what you've been told you need to do, and you may not even be aware if that's what you've been told to do. Another really important thing about the dream big, and it was just touched on briefly, is it will unfold in its own way. And this is why being and being present is so important with the dreaming big, because when things take a 360 turn, or something that you thought was so in line with your dream, and then all of a sudden it's not serving you anymore, You have to be open to the letting go. You have to be open to the change. You have to be open to, you know, the universe giving you a really weird card to play with, and you're like, oh my gosh, how does this fit into where I'm going? But if you're present with yourself and you trust in the intuition that you have, and you trust within the guidance that comes through, well then you won't question it too much. You still have to question it, because questioning it gives you insight. Questioning allows you to come into that place of self-realization, but you don't want to overanalyze it, because overanalyzing, once again, is the role of the thinking mind. And then all of a sudden you'll think that your dream is no longer your dream, because the universe has asked you to go and do something completely, which you think is completely different to where you're heading, because you don't know the bigger picture. You only know the senses and the sensations and the feelings within. So as we're going to be playing around with tonight, that potency, that kundalini, that thing that really, really drives you, and allowing that to, just to allow tonight's class to tap into that, to feel that, to see what relationship you have with your potency, what relationship you have with your inner drive, and how you can use that to turn it on when you need to strive a little bit more, and how you can also use that potency to stop everything you're doing and sit in stillness, despite the chaos or whatever's going on around you, because that often takes a lot more discipline and a lot more practice and a lot more potency than just pushing. So shall we start? Let's rest our hands on our knees, palms facing up. And drop into the body. Become aware of the rise and the fall of the breath. Allow the lengthening of the spine, the opening of the rib cage to activate the heart chakra, and the eyes to be rolled up and into the third eye chakra. And use all your awareness to focus in on the breath. Using it as a way to draw your attention inwards, so that everything else that distracts you from yourself can fall away. Keeping the breath long and deep. When your eyes close, bring your hands together and start to rub them. And press palm to palm and place your thumbs in at the middle of the chest. And prepare to open the class with the Adi mantra. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. And inhale to chant. Good. Inhale, suspend, Mula Bandha. Exhale, keeping your hands there. Inhale and suspend the breath while the intention is set. May I believe in my abilities, strengths, capabilities, talents, and skills, so that the unfolding of the potency of my life's calling can guide my actions and unfold my path. May this happen more than ever before for the benefit of all. And exhale. Then inhale and seal that in with 3 rounds of Arkarename. Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirgurudevinename. Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirgurudevinename. Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirgurudevinename. Inhale, suspend, bringing your hands in prayer position all the way up to chakra and spirit. And then exhale, sweep either side of the body, palms facing up, opening your space, radiating out your light. Resting the back of the hands on the earth and breathing.